Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we are going to take a look at some of these Dragon Ball Fusions, EZAs. This is the second wave of EZAs, so Dokkan on Global has just been an absolute desert. You probably noticed my channel's been very Opera Omnia heavy lately because they've got a lot more going on right now. So now with Dokkan, there's going to be a plethora of videos because we've got 5 EZAs for summonable units, and we've got 3 free-to-play EZAs plus an infinite Dragon Ball history. So there's going to be a lot of content coming out here. So the first one we're going to look at is Janembuu. And the reason why I want to do him first is he's regarded by many to be the best unit of the bunch. So I figured he'd be a good one to get out right away. I think there is some controversy as to how people want to build him. And we'll talk about that when we go through the kit here. So let's go ahead and look at his kit. Then we'll look at the team build. And then we'll jump into the showcase. So his super attack effect, he infinitely stacks defense, does supreme damage, and lowers defense. Now, this is a 30% defense raise, so it's very significant. He stacks quite quickly, and it's infinite. So that's what makes him so good, one of the things, right? Then for his passive, he gets attack and defense 120, plus an additional attack and defense 60% per extreme class ally attacking in the same turn, excluding himself. So he's going to get an extra 120% from that. And I honestly, when are you running this guy with super class? Like, you're pretty much always going to have that. So that's not really a restriction. Like, that's fine. I mean, if you're running him on crossover, yeah, there's a lot of super class there, but you want to run this guy with extreme units anyway. So that's what I would do. He has a medium chance of evading enemies' attack, which is 30%, okay? And then he guards all attacks within the same turn after evading. And this is where the controversial part of how to build him comes into play. We'll talk about that. He recovers 13% HP at the end of each turn, which an attack was received. And the attack enemy's attack minus 33%. That last part is very significant for Super Battle Road. So this guy, I think, is good for long events and good for Super Battle Road, right? So you can see, I've clearly made my decision on how I want to build this guy. I went 24 additional. Okay, now I see the argument for both sides. So some people argue like me and they want to go full additional. Some people argue full dodge. And I can see the argument for both sides, but I'm going to explain why I think additional is better overall. So with dodge, what people are saying is in a short event, you want to maximize your chance to dodge, especially like Super Battle Road, because when he's guarding, he's going to be very hard to take damage, right? And even if he only gets one super attack per turn, he's still going to stack, and he'll still get really good, right? I think both sides agree that once you stack enough, his guard doesn't matter, because he's going to get so tanky, right? The problem is like, if you're going to go dodge, you have to go all in on dodge. And the reason why is because dodge in the hidden potential system, for those of you that don't know, if you give somebody 20 dodge, they get 20% chance to dodge. If you give them 20 additional, they get 40% chance to additional. So you get less percentage for dodge. That's one reason I don't like going in dodge as much, right? But if you want to maximize your dodge chance, I see the argument for that. Now, the argument for additional is obviously this is a defense stacking unit. So if you maximize your additionals, you're going to greatly increase the chance that he will get additionals off. Stack his defense faster, making the guard irrelevant anyways, right? So to me, like I said, I can see the argument for either side. To me, what gives additional leverage is I feel like it just makes the unit better overall, right? So I'm going to give you two scenarios here because I feel like splitting the additional and dodge isn't worth it. Because dodge, you only get 1%, I feel like you've got to go all in on it, right? Like, you can't just say, oh, I'm going to give him 10 dodge, because that's only 10%. The problem with dodge, right, is he's already got 30% baked into his kit. And if you say gave him 20 dodge in his hidden potential, it doesn't add on. If it added on and made it 50%, then I would probably be in the camp of dodge. But the way it works is your hidden potential is a separate 20% proc, and your main dodge is a separate 30% proc. So even though you got two procs, they're still fairly low percentage-wise, so it's still not very likely it's going to happen. It's not something you can count on. It's not like a UI Goku dodge, right? So that's one reason I don't like taking the dodge route. So look at two different Janembuu builds. So I kind of wrote down what a couple of builds could look like here, right? So if you were in the dodge camp, so let's say I did this exact same Janembuu, but I went all dodge. So he would have 30% to dodge from his passive, and then 24% chance to dodge from his hidden potential. So the way that works is when you're playing, he would have a 30% chance to dodge and then a separate 24% proc. Both still low percentages, not like highly likely he's going to dodge. It's not something you can count on, right? And then you have no chance to additional. So that means you're only getting single supers every turn. You're still going to stack, but it's going to be a little bit slower, right? Now let's look at what my build looks like. in my build, I'm going to still have 30% chance to dodge, which can happen, right? And then he's got 48% chance to do an additional, so it's very likely about half the time he's going to additional and get double defense stacks, which means I still have a good chance to dodge and still get the guard, but my defense is stacking quickly as well. So for me, I like that build way better, and that's kind of the way I'm justifying it, right? So like I said, I'm not going to, you know, if you agree one way or the other, like that's totally fine. I respect that, but I do feel like you've got to go all in one way or the other. I don't feel like you can go 10 dodge and then some additional. Like it's just you're mishmashing it too much. To me, going 48 additional and 30 dodge, like I'm getting the best of both worlds, because my dodge chance, to me, the 30% chance with the separate 24%, like I feel like it's going to proc not much more than just having the 30 because they're two separate procs. So I feel like I'm getting a really good chance at additionals, and I'm still going to be dodging fairly often, or, you know, just slightly less often than a full dodge build. So that's why I like to do the build that way. And you can see I've got all the additional equips on him, right? He's not very link leveled yet. I just got these guys EZA'd, so I just want to jump in and get the showcase right away. Okay, so that was a little bit longer explanation, but I had to like share my thoughts on how to build him. Once again, you go whatever way you want, but I think you got to go all in one way or the other, right? So I am running him on the Majin Power Absorption team. He doesn't have like a perfect linking partner. All of these fusions units, like they're not going to have like a 7 out of 7 linking partner, because they're wonky fusions. They're going to have like weird fusion links, but then they're going to link with like their normal characters, which aren't normally fusion characters. That's why it's hard to get a 10 out of 10 or sorry, 7 out of 7 linking partner. So I'm going to link up with this Boo here, who's getting 4 links with. And then in the middle slot, we might be able to pick up an extra link or 2. And then we're going to have Kid Boo for support. We are going to run the Cell for support. And then we're going to run this Boo. I haven't run him very much, but the Boo Bobbity unit is actually a decent support. They support for defense if your health is above 80, and they support for attack if it's below. So yeah, we'll give them a try as well. So let's hop in here. So I'm just going to prioritize. I'm going to keep Boo on rotation, Janembuu, and we're just going to look at his defense. Look at this. Oh my gosh. So he's starting off 222k defense. Like, we literally haven't stacked yet, and he's already got 222k defense. That's pretty impressive, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, and we're going to keep Kid Boo on rotation with him for now. The Tech Boo's on the other rotation. We're going to wait till he swings back around. So, okay. And we'll see how often the dodging comes through. We're only riding on the dodge in the passive, right? I didn't give him any additional dodge in his hidden potential. So let's see what happens here if we get any dodging or not. Okay, so no dodge there. And then about a 3 mil attack stat. That's pretty darn good. For how defensive this unit is, I will take a 3 mil attack stat. Now, our 48% chance to additional did not go through there, so that's unfortunate, but that's okay. Hopefully in the video it'll even out, so about half of the time he'll get that additional super off, right? Well, it's not a guaranteed super, it's just a guaranteed additional. So the people in the dodge camp, that's what they'll argue, right? They'll be like, okay, he's got a really good chance to additional, but at the same time, it's not a guaranteed super, right? So I get that. I see that as well. But yeah, I like the chance to just keep raising my defense so much that the card doesn't matter. So that's kind of the camp I'm in. All right, so we're going to take the Tech Buff Boo off rotation. We'll just leave this rotation like this for now. And then eventually we'll have to get that Cell floating. But yeah, it'll be good. We'll see some supported turns and some non-supported turns, right? Of course, the Goku's just supering a bunch right out of the gate, right? Also, this team should be fairly good at healing. So I really shouldn't have to worry about items here. The one is like physical Kid Boo. Like, he probably could get one shot from like not int UI Goku probably, but probably the STR UI Goku could probably one shot him. So we'll have to watch out for that at the end. But I do want to see Janembuu stack up. So we're going to try to ride this out probably all the way through. Let's see how much health Goku's got here. I hope we take him out, because I'd like a fresh Goku for Janemboo's turn so we can get double additionals here. Okay, so on this turn, what do we got? So we got 3 links with that one. Okay. Okay, so we can get 4 links if we go in the middle. We'll just stick with the 3 links here. We're going to go ahead and leave the Kid Boo. Now, I think we are getting defense support from the int Boo Bobbity. So look at that, 326k defense, and he's only had 1 super attack, right? So at this point, for most of the game, 320k defense, you're fine. The only place where we need to go higher is like the end of the Legendary GT Goku event, end of Legendary Vegeta event, and then events like the God event and Ultimate Red Zone. Ultimate Red Zone, though, isn't on global yet, right? And there's our dodge, right? So now we're guarding. So now we're like probably 400k defense after supering with guard. And then here's the double super. So now we're really cooking. So his defense is just bananas right now. And he has guard. So he was literally untouchable on that turn after supering. And this was only his second appearance. So this guy builds up quick. Now, I won't judge for sure who's the best of the batch, because I am really interested to try out like Selza, because Selza's got big bad bosses. And I was using him on the free-to-play EZA, right? And Selza was hitting over 2 mil, and this was on a 77% leader skill, because you can only use the free-to-play units, the free-to-play leaders in there. So, like, yeah, I'm kind of... that dude's got to be hitting like 5 mil attack stats, so I'm really curious to try out Selza. I think Selza, Cooliza, like this whole batch, like they're all really good. Even Chow Man, like as much of a meme as that guy was, like he's actually like an AoE killer now. Like he's gonna be really crazy. So I'm probably gonna crank out. I don't know if I'll do all of the showcases tonight, but I'm gonna record them all fairly quickly, probably all within the next 2 days. But I'm just gonna push them out like one at a time. So there's no reason for me to rush these EZAs out, because there's already been showcases. I'm hoping that people, when they watch mine, it's because they just like my content and they like hearing my commentary on it. So I hope people would still watch it no matter when it releases, right? So look at Janembuu here, 422k defense with the potential to guard if he dodges, right? Like he's untouchable at this point. And we've got him with his better linking partner here. Oh, you know what though? He's only going to be showing 3 links because he has that stupid Berserker link, which your health has to be so low to get off. So we're basically only using a 3-link linking partner, but like that's the best he's got, is like 3 to 4 links for a linking partner. So imagine this guy with like a perfect linking partner. That would be crazy. I actually thought it'd been really cool if this guy had big bad bosses. I really wanted him to. That would have been really busted. But yeah, he's just very consistent. 2.92. Like that 3 mil attack stat is very consistent. Obviously, if you link level him a little bit, he's going to be over 3 mil. So I would say you link level this guy, he's going to be over 3 mil. His defense is basically to the moon. He's got the dodge chance, and then he's guarding after that. Like, dude, this Janembuu is crazy. And the thing with this Janembuu, unlike some of these other fusions units, when you fuse units together, it really messes up their categories. But because Janemba and Buu share a couple of categories, like they're actually on a couple of decent categories. So I forgot to talk about that at the beginning. But let me just hop in here really quick. Because, so like they're all on crossover, right? But Transformation Boost and Majin Power, like those are like good, legit teams that I would run this guy. I was looking at the Majin Power lineup when putting this team together, and this guy's like probably he might be the best Majin Power unit. Like the LR Boo Tanks is definitely like probably the best, but this guy's right there. Like he's crazy. He might be better. I don't know if that's like a hot take or not, but this guy might be better than LR Boo Tanks. Not gonna lie, like he's crazy. Just for his pure defense, like he's nowhere near offensively where Bootanks is, right? And Bootanks has the really good key mechanic, and Bootanks also stacks. So yeah, I guess Bootanks, he's got to be better, but like I'm pretty impressed with this Janembuu, man. He's crazy. Yeah, don't let me go too far here. Bootanks has still got to be better, right? But Janembuu, like the fact that I'm even thinking about saying that he's better, like that he's up there, like says something. Janembuu is like, after you put your leader on, Janembuu like the first person you put on this team. Like, he just makes the team so much better. Like, Majin Power actually needed the buff. Obviously, they're going to get a huge buff when STR Kid Buu comes to Global, so that'll be nice. But yeah, Majin Power, they're looking a lot better now with this Janembuu on it for sure. And this guy actually isn't bad either. Like, he's putting up like 1.5 to 2 mil attack stats, but he's putting up good support, which I definitely like to have, right? Okay. So now we've got... This is kind of a standard rotation. We've got 3 out of, we got our 3 links. Actually, he links up pretty good in the middle. Yeah, let's try him in the middle slot here. I know we could show off his dodging, but look at 534k defense. Like, yeah, he's just basically unkillable now, especially if he gets the guard off. We'll do this, and we'll do this. All right, let's see what happens. Goku's probably going to take advantage of Buff Buu here, probably super him, but that's fine. Buff Buu died off really quick. Like, Buff Buu aged very quickly. Like, when he got his EZA, he was really good. He was like a premium option on this team. But very quickly, he's almost just unrunnable, just because his defense doesn't hold up. So yeah, 2.79, and then yeah, just insane defense, right? And then there's the dodge, so you'd have guard if there were more attacks coming. So I don't know, it's going to be fun just to watch this guy's defense like go through the roof. Is he going to be at 1 million defense by the end? We'll see. It depends on how many additionals we get off. I feel like I haven't been paying too much attention to that, but I feel like we haven't been that lucky with additionals. There's only like one instance that I can remember that we got the additional super, but I could be wrong. All right, let's see what happens here. Yeah, and look at that. We were like taking some damage and we're just like insta full healed because all these Boo units, they have so much healing in their links and their passives. It's just like, we're fine. Like we can take damage on some of these turns and it just doesn't matter, right? So yeah, you guys have to let me know what you think of these fusions, ECAs. This batch is just so much more exciting than the first batch. Like the first batch was like, Pandel, I guess. Like she's a support unit, but like, I don't know, you know, Bullpan, yeah, she gives key, but like she doesn't really do much else for the team. And then like Barlot and Karoli, like they were kind of underwhelming, to be honest. Like Barlot's probably the best one, but he's got to get a lot of orbs to actually look decent, right? Like if he gets like 10 orbs, he'll hit like 4 mil, which is awesome. But like, how often are you getting 10 orbs? I notice when you run like Weirus next to him though, like he very consistently can get a lot of orbs. So I guess if you like Barlot and you want to run him like with Weirus like at his hip, he can look pretty good. But yeah, Janembuu just casual 622k defense, you know, no big deal. So sure. And we're like full healed. So yeah, we're pretty much only going to be getting the defense buff here from this Boo Babidi, because we're not coming in below 80% health ever. So there's the dodge. All right, so we're guarding. I guess the guard didn't matter here because we already had guard because we have type advantage. But I mean, like, yeah, he's just untouchable now. And like, yeah, look at, we're getting dodges, right? And we didn't have to put anything in him potential. This is just like why I like the idea of going full additional, because sure, if we had gone full dodge, we would have dodged a few more times than we would have in this video. But like we would have no chance to do additionals. At least we have the chance. And sure, my 48% maybe isn't procking like all the time, but there's gonna be some runs where it's gonna proc like almost every time. And then you might have runs like this one where maybe it's not procking as much. But like those additionals, we see how quick that defense jumps up, right? That 30%, it's just huge. All right, we'll just skip the, we won't press any buttons here. Go through a little bit quicker. But yeah, I definitely want to see how the other units are looking, but I definitely wouldn't argue with anyone that says Janemboo's the best of the batch. I mean, you could almost argue, is he just the best like banner unit EZA in the game? Like I feel like that's a conversation you could have, right? I think he is in that discussion for like best banner unit. Like Kefla's probably still in the discussion. I don't know who else is a really good. I guess the androids are really good. Like the AGL and Int 17, like they're really good banner units. So yeah, we've gotten some very good banner units lately. The Tech Trunks that's coming up in the next celebration for Global, like he's crazy. So yeah, I like what they're doing with some of these banner unit ECHs, just making them busted. I love it because once again, these are units that veteran players just have sitting in their box. So once again, we're coming in at full health, but look at our defense here, almost 700k defense. This right here, these 8 orbs, that's like a full heal. With how much defense we have, if we had taken any damage there, we're full healing at this point. So as long as, you know, for this Majin Power team, if we're not getting one shot, it is very easy to heal back up. The problem is yeah, when you get into stuff like Ultimate Red Zone, you are getting one shot. So here's a double super. So defense, once again, just continuing to skyrocket, like to the moon. I like it. I like it. I think for me, the tough thing to pick will be like who I think the second best unit of this batch is going to be. Because I feel like I am really going to like Celza. Weirus is just invaluable. Like, even though people would probably agree that Weirus is not the best of the batch, Weirus might be the one that is used the most. Because I feel like on any team Weirus is on, like the double orb changing is so valuable, especially if you're running any type of nuker or LR. Because like, whenever Weirus shows up, it's like automatic 24 key supers basically, unless you have like super bad luck with like the orb placement. But like Weirus is awesome. Like double orb changers are ridiculously rare in this game, and most of them aren't good. Like there's a Tech Boo that like I'll run in Punching Bag, but that's about it. Like he's gonna get you killed everywhere else. The one I am actually really excited for is there is a banner unit. I think it's a physical Future 17 and an AGL Future 18. And they have double orb changing in their kit. Now, there is a condition to get the double orb change. But, dude, when they EZA, because they link really good with Tech Androids, and guess what? Tech Androids are nukers. So I think that's going to be like a match made in heaven whenever those EZA. I'm kind of surprised they didn't EZA them with the Tech Androids. That would have been ridiculous. We are getting the free-to-play future androids in the next Celebration EZA, but like they're nothing compared to like what those other ones are going to be. They're going to be crazy. So yeah, 780k defense, no big deal. Once again, untouchable. I mean, it doesn't matter if we have guard or not, right? Like, we're just untouchable against this Goku. Doesn't matter. And then, yeah, and here's the other thing. And I mean, it's fine. Janembuu is actually, like, the perfectly built unit. Because stacking units, they're always vulnerable early in a fight, right? At the end of the fight now, when you get here, like, when we get to, like, int UI Goku and we can't dodge, it's not going to matter because our defense is so high. So this is what, like, the dodge camp will argue, is that, like, yeah, you just want the dodge early before you stack. So I get that. Once again, see that argument. But for me, if I can just stack quicker, like, by his second turn, I'm probably not going to have to worry about the guard anyways. Or the dodge. But yeah, turn one that is where the problem is. And so, like, yep, if you're all about, like, Janembuu turn one, and you're about Ultimate Red Zone, Super Battle Road, all that stuff, then yes, I see the argument for going dodge, because then hopefully you get the dodge when it matters. I just feel like having the 2 procs that are low just might not be enough to like you can't count on it, right? You still can't count on it. Yes, it'll be a better chance, but I don't know. So yeah, I'm liking my build. I think it's working good. I mean, we've seen in this video, we've had a really nice handful of dodges. We've had a decent handful of double supers. Our defense is getting crazy. He can't be touched. I think everyone would agree with the fact that Janembuu is absolutely busted. He's a great character. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. They have a banner up right now with all these EZAs, and they're all really good. So if you're a newer player and you don't have any of these, I actually would recommend hopping in and grabbing them, because I haven't looked at it, but oh, did I just die? Okay. Hey, this is perfect timing, actually, because we saw he was busted, right? He was going to be like 800, 900k defense. Like, we don't need to see any more from Janembuu. That's fine. I think I didn't see what happened, but it was probably the Kid Buu syndrome. Where, oh, yeah, that totally was Kid Buu syndrome, because we were on STR UI Goku and we just got one shot. So, yeah, I probably just did that thing. You know, I was talking, whatever, wasn't paying attention, but that's fine. But let's look at the banner really quick. And then actually, I'm going to put a sticker on Janembuu too. So let's do that. So let's just go into the banner. But we're going to look at this quick, because I think it's guaranteed featured. Let's check. So, one, you got discounts on it. But all 5 of these guys are absolute monsters. So let me see here. Does it say 3 times only 30 for 1 featured? Okay, so it's just, yeah, 1 featured SSR guaranteed. So this is like the Heroes banners. So for 30 stones, you're going to guarantee get one. Yeah, and it's only 2, 3. Yeah, it's literally only these 5. So for 30 stones, you're guaranteed to get one of these. So even if you don't have a ton of stones, like, putting 30 stones in to guarantee one of these units is actually a good value for your stone. And you're going to pull probably multiple features fairly often and just get a bunch of these guys. Like, I'm not telling you to go in and rainbow them. I'm saying, though, if you're a player that you just don't have these, going in for 1 copy is totally worth it, because these guys are all really good. So these side banners are always like 100% skips. This is probably the best sides banner they've had in this game in a long time. For just like side units, I would say Dragon Ball Heroes was the other one, because that had like that Tech Gotenks, who was absolutely crazy. But this banner here, you guys, like, I can recommend going in on that. That's a really good banner if you don't have them. So yeah, let's go ahead and put a sticker on here before we get too far. So let's put a sticker, and we want to do this boy right here. I only got 1 right now. I wish I had more, because I want to do all these guys, but Janemboo's worth it. So let's put one on Janembuu here. See how good this sticker's looking here. All right. Honestly, that's not that great. Just doing a little bit in the back, but that's okay. Still, I like just having the sheen on it, because he's such a good character anyway. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think of Janembuu. Let me know if you are in dodge camp or if you are in additional camp. Maybe let me know your reasons why. It's okay if you disagree with me. That's fine. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.